Today I'm going to start with a question. Who is the most important person in your life? If you are normal and likes people, you've probably said, my child, or maybe you've got more than one and then you had to pick one and then you're like, oh my goodness, they're both equally as important. Or maybe your spouse, or maybe a dear, dear friend that you value so, so much. But this week, we're going to be celebrating the real most important person, and that is you. So when it comes to gratitude, it is so easy to extend gratitude outwards. It is so easy to show the people that we love and compassion, and thank them for all the beauty that they bring into your life. But the very missing piece to our puzzle is the fact that we are the very ones that have always been here. We are the ones that are not going anywhere. We are the ones that have gotten through the hardest times and are still standing. And we do not know how to thank ourselves. We don't know how to see ourselves, and we don't know how to appreciate ourselves. And maybe we do a little bit, and maybe we do quite a bit, but there is always, 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 always room for improvement. So for today's activity, I want you to grab a pen and paper, and if anything I say resonates with you, please write it down, because it means that that's exactly what you needed to hear, and that was meant for you. At the end of this video, you're going to post on the group what it is that you took from this video, as well as one specific choice that you're going to be making, that you're going to carry into your week. And every single person's is going to be different. So let's get started. Why do we not show ourselves gratitude in the way that we do other people? Well, I'm sure you've started to see that there's quite a common thread in these videos, and they generally come down to similar reasons. And I always start with, it's all we've ever known. It's all we've ever known. And if we don't know better, how can we possibly do better? So we've seen, and our parents have modeled this to us, our grandparents have modeled this to us, and it literally has been passed down from generation to generation. But you are awakening. You are seeing that there's a different way. You're seeing how gratitude, but implementing gratitude into your life, how it is changing not only your life, but how it is changing you. So, yay for you. And it is a moment to celebrate, because it is hard to notice these patterns, and it's even harder to break them. So that's the one reason that we don't celebrate ourselves, or that we don't express gratitude towards ourselves. Another reason is we tell ourselves that we don't have time. We tell ourselves that it's arrogant, that it's selfish, that it's self-righteous, that it's boastful. The truth is, you're not going around telling everyone how magnificent you are, and you're not going around making yourself better than anyone else. That's not what we're doing. But you are taking a moment to notice and acknowledge and say thank you for the beautiful human that you are, the unique individual that you are. And I know you know this, but I want to remind you that there are over 8 billion people on this earth, and there is only one you. Only one you, with your unique personality, with your unique strengths, with what you have been put on this earth to bring to this world. Only one you. Isn't that something to celebrate? Isn't that something to be grateful for? So I'm very excited about this week, because we're slowly but surely going to look at our identity, and we're going to start to shift our negative narratives and our negative identity into a more positive identity. So what is an identity? And identity is your perception of yourself. It is the view that you have of yourself and how ultimately you see yourself. And many of us don't see ourselves positively. In actual fact, I know for a fact that we don't see ourselves like other people see us. So people will say things to us and they'll compliment us, and it doesn't even go in because we don't see that stuff and we don't believe that stuff. And the truth is, most people, okay, some people give us praise and compliments when they don't mean it, but most people, when they say something, they really do mean it. So it's time to start to notice. It's time to start to notice what other people are seeing, what other people are saying, and ultimately to start to see that stuff in ourselves. I'll never forget, it was probably just on 2 years ago, somebody came into my life at a stage where I literally believed that I was calling myself trash. I believed that I had no value because of all the struggles that I had been through and how hard I'd worked. And in my perception, or the way that I was seeing it, I had not made it. And this person saw me. And this person told me things that literally I thought were completely insane at the time. And slowly but surely, as the 2 years have gone on, with the practice of gratitude and shifting my identity, I am now starting to see these things. And let me tell you, it is a game changer. So what is the negative narrative that you have running through your brain? What are those things that you call weaknesses and that you don't like about yourself? And those are the things that form the negative narrative or the negative identity. So what are they? Is it that you believe that you're impatient? Or is it that you believe that you are a procrastinator? Or are you believing that you're too much, or that you're introverted, or that you're too shy, or that you don't have what it takes, or that you have all these dreams and aspirations, but you're never ever going to achieve them because you absolutely don't have what it takes? What are the things that you have told yourself for so long that have literally created your identity? You see, and this is a biggie, the thing is, what you believe is true until you change it. And what you believe creates your identity. So if you were a bird and you were looking down at yourself, literally from a bird's eye view, how would you see yourself? How would you see yourself showing up in the world? How would you see yourself with regards to your qualities and who you are as a unique human being? Are you seeing yourself as fat and overweight and lazy? And are you seeing yourself as isolated or lonely or without friends? What is that narrative and what is that identity? Because we have to lay that out on the table before we can even wish to begin to change this. So what are those things? Start to think about them. Maybe you want to pause the video now and journal some of them. Just remember to notice how you feel, because when we start to think negative thoughts about ourselves, we don't feel good. But remember, it's in the discomfort that the growth lies, and so you are going to think about a few of these things and start to journal them. This is going to turn the light on. It's going to switch on a switch of you being more awake and aware to the negativity that you have running through your bones. The next thing that I want you to do is to ask yourself, how do other people perceive you? And that might be something you need to go and actually ask them. What is it that people tell you that you haven't let in up until now, but maybe you need to start to look at this differently? And maybe it is that you need to go and ask 3 to 5 people over the next week. Tell me how you see me. Tell me what you see within me. And then those are the things that you're going to start to look at. And those are ultimately the things that you're going to start to put into your new identity. So that is quite a lot. And now I want to bring us back to the actual theme for this month, which is gratitude. This week, we are going to be expressing gratitude towards ourselves. In other words, thanking ourselves as much as we possibly can. And the possibilities here really are endless. It could be things like, thank you for waking up and getting out of bed in the morning. Okay, we're going to be speaking it out loud as often as possible. If you want to keep this written down, if you want to write a few in the morning and a few in the evening, it totally is up to you. But you need to put some practice in place this week, which is what you're going to share on the group, that is going to express gratitude towards yourself as much as possible. What else could you thank yourself for? Thank you for getting through the hard times. Thank you for being a good friend. Thank you for showing up even when you thought it was not possible. Thank you for being patient with your child while they are doing homework. You see, it doesn't need to be the big things. It needs to be the big things, the medium things, the little things, the moments, every single thing that you are doing to add value to people and to this world is what you're going to be celebrating this week. And you're going to be absolutely saying it as much as possible. So for today's activity, just a reminder, I want you to choose a specific action step that you are going to put in place from today that you hopefully are going to make a new habit. I want you to post that on the group, please. I know that many of you are watching this video and some of you are posting on the group. It really is about building that community. And I've had such good feedback from people saying, thank you for creating this, but mostly, thank you for creating a safe space where people feel that they can show up and be vulnerable. But that's not us. That's you. And that's where I want to ask you to please, if you are showing up, keep showing up. If you can show up more, please show up more. And if you are watching this video and you are not a part of our community, I want to ask you, why the hell not? So just a reminder, this community is for the brave-hearted. It's for the people who know that there's more to their life, but they don't know even where to begin. It's for the people who have tried so much, but then seem to fall back and then feel stuck again and look back in a couple of months or years and go, why have I not moved forward? But it's also for the people who are not going to be okay to be stuck in the comfort zone. I do this because it's an illusion. It's not a comfort zone. The people who are willing to step into a whole new world and to actually reap the rewards. And I just want to remind you of one last thing. Small changes equal remarkable results. You don't need to be doing huge things every single day to see the rewards. But the small things add up. And most importantly, celebrating the wins along the way is integral to keep going and to keep the momentum. When you notice anything, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to put this out as a challenge, actually. When you notice any win, when I speak about a win, what I mean is something that you are doing differently that you would have done completely differently if it was in the past. But now you are doing it very differently. Those are our wins. Those are the things that I want you to post on the group. Every single time you notice it, you're going to post it on the group. That's going to send a reminder on the group for other people to do it. That it's going to help you to keep looking for what is there and to celebrate those wins and not to skip past them. Please, this is so vital for you to keep going and to create the snowball effect that ultimately is going to make you live a very, very different life. So thank you for watching this video. Every single one of you who has watched this video knows somebody or knows some people who could do with this. And I think it's almost sad, really it is sad, if you keep this magic to yourself. So whether it's in a conversation you have with somebody this week, whether it is somebody reaching out to you who isn't okay, or maybe you haven't spoken to somebody in a while, but you just want to reach out to them, please, let's spread this stuff. And that is really how we're going to change this world. Until next time, I'm sending you so much love and so much light.